Hello, dear sister. This is another video blog of FAQs from readers who've read my book, What All Spirit Babies Want Their Mamas to Know. And I'm just going to answer 2 to 3 questions. The first one, I got a couple people ask the same question, and it's a great question. And the question is, how come you can have friends or relatives or someone else, someone obscure, have a dream about your spirit baby when you're not having a dream about your spirit baby? And there's a couple answers to that. So the first one is sometimes we're very attached to having that dream. And if we're very attached to it, then there's difficulty in it coming through. So if sometimes the spirit baby has an easier time getting through to someone who knows you and can relay that dream to you. So it's still a message from your spirit baby. They're just using someone else, someone who's got an open mind while they're sleeping, to deliver that message to you. So it's absolutely still valid pre-birth communication. Another answer to that, and I liked this one, I hadn't really thought about it until I tuned in to the spirit baby realm, is they're saying that when someone else dreams about your spirit baby, they're also opening up more of their own intuition and learning to trust it. So that's a beautiful thing. So it's almost like the spirit baby's giving a gift to this person who's having this dream, in opening up their intuition. It was a dream I had when I was 16 that really taught me, okay, pay attention to your dreams. There's messages in them. So that's what your spirit baby is doing for this friend or relative of yours that is dreaming about your baby. They're honing and opening up and strengthening their intuition. So along those same lines, I also had someone who said, I've been meditating with my baby, but frankly, every time I meditate, I fall asleep. And it's sort of the same answer there. So she's actually still having communication with her spirit baby, but her mind is so busy that she actually has to fall asleep so she can gain that information. And this is a mama who's very in tune enough that she knew something like that was going on. She's like, well, something's getting through because I'm getting signs here since I've been meditating. So she's been meditating, and her pre-birth communication has been strengthening even though she's been falling asleep. So there's still so much stuff happening if you fall asleep during a meditation. And again, our minds can be so busy that sometimes just falling asleep, getting your monkey mind out of the way, is the easiest way to make that contact. You can request maybe to remember the messages you get if you're asleep during meditation. Like, just start the meditation. Come on, baby, let's talk. If I fall asleep, just help me remember what we said. And that what you could do is after you wake up, you're still in a hazy state there, and you could write down anything that's coming to you. Because the moment when you're waking up, the veil is still very thin. You can still easily get that information. So if that's what's happening to you, if you're falling asleep while meditating, just ask to remember upon awakening and write it down, and that will help as well. I hope that answers that question. Another question that I've gotten a few times over the past couple of years, and it's funny because I can't really get a handle on this one, is about cryptic pregnancies. And I actually hadn't heard about cryptic pregnancies until someone asked me a couple of years ago if I could talk about it. I actually had to look that up and see what is it. And the only thing I could find at that time was, that show, like, I didn't know I was pregnant. So cryptic pregnancies are when women are pregnant, and, well, there's a couple of different ways it can go. So women are pregnant and don't know it and have no idea. Or women are having pregnancy symptoms, but there's no evidence of the actual baby in there, but they know they're pregnant. So the first one, very briefly, I don't think that one happens all that often when the mama is pregnant the whole time and has no idea. Just very briefly, I'm going to talk about that, and that's actually, I'm sure many of you in two moms could pick up on that's happening because this baby doesn't want certain intervention, and it's an easy way to come in without interference and intervention, that sort of thing. I'd have to really sit and feel into that situation a little bit more. But the one I want to talk about is the other kind when you know you're pregnant. You absolutely know you're pregnant. You have all the symptoms, but then the baby sort of goes away. And it is so easy for women who experience this to be told, oh, it's all in your head. Oh, you're just making it up because you want it so bad. And how devaluing and devalidating that is, diminishing that is, saying that it's all in your head, you're making it up. No, there's definite stuff going on there. And it is a broad topic. One I really have to get more information about. But the one thing I'm going to say right now, and it's funny because I picked up on a similar situation in a reading recently with a woman who'd had a lot of miscarriages. Actually, this has happened a couple times in a reading. I've been told this. With each miscarriage, the woman's biology was changing and upgrading, and so she would. It's sort of similar with the cryptic pregnancies that are there and go away. Almost just similar with the miscarriages that I've seen. The multiple miscarriages where you're pregnant and then very obviously not. But this isn't the same for all miscarriages. That there's upgrading going on, but that does happen a lot with biology. But that's what's happening. That's one of the things that's happening with cryptic pregnancies. It's like your body preparing to bring in this very high vibrational being. And so, is the baby actually coming in? I'm going to say the baby's going to come. The baby's coming closer. It's helping with the adjustments, but the baby knows that this is not the time to come in. But there's upgrades going on. There is a melding there. And again, this is a very deep topic that I will probably do a whole video on about soon when I get more information about it. But from the physical standpoint, from the body, feeling pregnant and then not being pregnant, there's physical upgrades going on there. Some rearranging of stuff so that your body can carry this very high vibrational being. And along those lines, it's also helping the woman to really, really tune into her own intuition and tune out the voices of culture and society. And it's really helping strengthen our own inner wisdom, as well as finding our strength in blind faith, finding our strength in there. You can find that. So there's lots of things going on there. It's a huge topic, which I will do an own video about soon. But that's a few of the things that are going on there. Just a little taste of what's going on. And that's all I have time for now because my family just came home. But if you have any questions and you've read my book, and I say I want you to read my book first because if you have questions, my book will answer a lot of them. And so I would welcome any questions after you've read my book and had your other questions answered. All right, that's it for today. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.